TIFU by being oblivious of my own body. Today I, 29F, was putting on makeup when I realized that my nose looked a little funny. Upon closer inspection I saw that my septum is severely deviated. I sprang into panic mode a little bit, racking my brain for ways I could have injured myself. But nothing came to mind. I asked my fiancé about it. She said she hadn't noticed. But now that you mention it, damn, it is really deviated. True to my hypochondriac nature. And I fell down the WebMD rabbit hole, trying to figure out what could have caused this to randomly happen. And what symptoms can come with having a deviated septum. Breathing trouble, sleep apnea, bad headaches, etc. After fixating on this for a few hours and scaring myself with the possible symptoms I felt I was destined to develop, I was finally able to rub two of my brain cells together long enough to call my mom. I asked her if I always had one. And that's how I found out that I indeed have always had a severely deviated septum. As does my mom. And her mom before her. 29 years. Never noticed it on her or myself. I look back at old photos of me and it was always there. Knowing that it's been like that the whole time eases the stress quite a bit. I figure if I've been breathing okay this long, I'll probably continue to do so for the foreseeable future. Mostly I'm just boggled that I had no idea. And it never came up even once in conversation. Because I tell you, it's deviated as all hell. One of those things I guess you can't unsee. TLDR. I gave myself a panic attack thinking I injured my face, but turns out I had a deviated septum from birth. Was under my nose the whole time. The only benefit I get from my deviated septum is that my left nostril is a beast. It pulls like 80% of the load. My right is hanging in there. God bless him. He's clogged up but still clocks in most days. One of my legs is an inch shorter than the other. So I have a little sway when I walk. I was 17 years old before somebody said, "Why do you walk like that?" I legit never noticed it until then. Explains why one of my shoes always wore out faster than the other one. It's funny how you don't notice things that are different because they are normal to you when it's always been that way. Damn, you got me paranoid. Now I think I have a deviated septum. Frowning face. I was in one of the COVID vaccine studies and the guy was like, "You should totally warn us about your deviated septum before you let us stick the Q-tip up there," and I was like, "GIF." I've been to my GP twice now for the same lump in my chest. I'd obviously forgotten that I had asked about it before. It's a rib. That just sticks out more. It's also always been there. See no evil. I've had one ever since puberty. I grew lopsidedly at puberty and one side of my body grew more than the other side of my body and deviated my septum. I was sent to an otolaryngologist about it one time and he said as long as it doesn't bother me, it's not worth correcting because the correction could make things worse for me than just leaving it as it is. I don't even know what septum is, or what deviated means in this case. There's always our septoplasty if you want both horror stories and success stories. More of the latter, I'd say. But then people only tend to write about the very good or the very bad. Not the "it was okay, job done" stories. But honestly, if people aren't noticing unless you point it out and breathe okay, it's probably not worth pursuing. Maybe see an ENT, otolaryngologist, for peace of mind.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.